This is a battle between me and AnLeiTung. Now I need to preface this by saying that me and Anlei must have played close to 10 games. This is our first one, and it's the only one that I won. In the other battles he just demolished me. So like I told him, we should have stopped playing at this one game, then I would have felt really good about myself. But I ended up getting wrecked. So, Fall of the Samurai. Let's go over the armies. My army consists of 4 red bears. I have 4 black tortoise. All of these units are vanilla. Then I have 1 infanterie de marine. 150 range. I have 2 Yoriki. And 2 revolver cavalry on each flank. So, Anlei, I can't see his entire army now, but he has sort of a mixed rush line army. Let's see, he has Yoriki, Spear Levy, Shogutai, Black Bear, Spear Levy, Shogutai, Black Bear, General Satomoto. Seems like he is, if I'm not mistaken, a melee general, since he has upgraded his charge, melee defense, melee attack. 1 more Shogutai and Spear Levy over here. I'm going to try to go wide, keep multiple lines of units, and essentially try to get the first shot off. Like here, I see that he's moving a bit too close, so I set my black tortoise force up, hopefully trying to get a volley. Now my flanks are very weak here, so he would be able to overpower my flanks fairly easily. So I'm sending around my revolver cavalry and my Yoriki. I see he's pushing for this flank as well, but these units are going to take quite some time moving over here. So I'm going to use that time to start engaging over here. So I'm managing to get shots off on both his black bears and his spear levy in front here, which is good. Pulls back his Yoriki, it also took some damage. Now he has to move forward. And he's already taking casualties, not too bad. He's starting to gain on me here in terms of kills. But he's opened a gap in his lines, and this gap is going to allow me to push away around from his lines, and hopefully I'm trying to stress his general a bit here. But as that happens, here comes the Yoriki out of the forest. Now it does take damage, but this black tortoise force is going to get wrecked by the combined assault here. And while that is happening, I'm firing on the spear levy, sending in my Yoriki. I want to try to get this black bear infantry off the field while rushing these 2 units with 1 Yoriki. Let's see how that works. Charging in the Yoriki against both these units. Then I'm sending in my revolver cavalry and my Yoriki here, winning against the Yoriki. Sending in the revolvers against this revolver, destroying it almost instantly. A bit of luck there. So now I was able to win on the flanks here. I'm dying here to the melee assault. Over here I'll just have to pull away because I got smashed by cavalry. But the cavalry also lost a fair number of men. I don't have time to pull back these red bears, so I'm just going to stand and fire, making sure that I can fire with multiple units. His revolver cavalry is destroying my black tortoise, also doing some damage to his own Yoriki, so that's good for me. Managed to get my cavalry in here against his black bears, but not the best charge. I managed to hit this general as well, but as you can see I am routing here. So after doing the damage with the revolver cav and the key, I'm just starting to pull away my infanterie de marine, standing and shooting with my red bears. Over here my cavalry marker is slipping, so he's managing to get shots off on my Yoriki, and that's really bad at this point in the battle. I need all the cavalry I can muster. His general has taken a bit of a beating, down to half strength.
Your men are routing, sir.
So I want to try to get into the back of these line units, but as you can see I am way too slow, and my revolver cavalry gets shot to pieces. Luckily I have a Yoriki here, able to get a charge against the black bears. The spear levy rushes in, gets charged. So if I'm lucky I could break both of these units, and it looks like both are going to start wavering. So now I'm just pulling back for their life, basically. Trying to get shots off, stop the unit with the red bears, and then pour the fire in. Over here as well, he's charging me something fierce against the red bears. But these are revolver cabs, so They're going to be able to take down my men really quickly. My general is supporting with a few volleys. Over here I was able to win with my revolvers. I don't think I have ammo left now though. I have some ammo left here, so I'm shooting the Shogitai in the back. My general is taking a bit of damage, disengaging from the spear levy. Things are happening so quickly in Shogun, holy shit. My revolver cavalry shooting on the Shogitai here. The Shogitai make it into combat with my revolver cav. But overall things are looking manageable. I still have my Infanterie de Marine at full strength. I still have a few lines. AnLei mainly has a few melee units left that are fairly depleted. I have some cavalry. His general is getting shot. So now I'm going to try to use my general and my remaining Infanterie de Marine to just stand and shoot at these red bears. At these Shogitai, I mean. So the Shogitai got shot to pieces. If I can kill his general, I'm fairly certain his Yorikachi and his spear levy units are going to start routing. Charging in over here against the Shogitai, breaking it instantly. Shooting at his general. The general gets shot to pieces. Over here as well, just trying to kite away with my Infanterie de Marine while sniping a bit with my general. I get a few good shots off here against the spear levy. And although my Infanterie de Marine is dropping very quickly, the enemy general is off the field. These units get morale penalties and just managed to edge out a victory there in a very ugly, very messy battle. Where, to be fair, the only reason I won was because I had more line infantry than AnLei, I believe. Because that, I mean, I made a ton of mistakes. That was the first game, so AnLei was a bit rusty. But when AnLei, or AnLeiTung, when AnLeiTung got his ring rust off his keyboard and mouse fingers, then I got wrecked 7, 8, 9 games in a row. But it was fun. Always fun to play against better opponents. So let's see the unit statistics before we end this. Yeah, the general's bodyguard killed quite a few units. So did the Infanterie de Marine. The Yoriki did a decent job. Some of the red bears as well. The revolver cavalry did a decent enough job. If we look at the Shogitai here and the Yorikachi, they did a decent job for AnLei. But you can see he only had one revolver cavalry, or 2 revolver cavalry actually. One of them did well, one of them didn't. But he had 3 Yoriki, I had 4. Then I had a bunch of line infantry, whereas, I mean, this rush, I guess it could work against what I brought, but to be fair, it was a much harder battle for AnLeiTung than it was for me. Because he had a lot more units to micro. He needed to get the charges, use his spear levy together with the Shogitai, while I could just focus on getting my lines of fire with my line infantry. Strength and honor.